Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm showing you guys this 2021 Toyota XSE RAV4 Hybrid, but I would like to give a special thanks to South Dade Toyota for providing with the RAV4 Hybrid. If you're in the market for a Toyota, you can come check out South Dade Toyota. But let's get into the review here of the RAV4 Hybrid by starting off underneath the hood. Once I open up the hood here, it reveals Toyota's 2.5 liter four-cylinder here. This rides on the Accent cycle. This makes 219 horsepower. It's paired with two electric motors. There's one for the engine. There's also one for the rear axle to give this thing all-wheel drive. As the RAV4 sits here, it weighs 3,700 pounds. It's hooked up to an eCVT transmission. Fuel economy here for this powertrain is rated at 41 in the city, 38 on the highway, and 40 combined. So this powertrain is very fuel efficient here. So if you guys are looking for a daily driver that gets over 40 miles to the gallon, the RAV4 Hybrid will be the best choice here. But shutting the hood here of the RAV4 Hybrid, I do like this gray exterior color. It looks really good with the black accents here. Looking at these headlights here, they're full LED with an incandescent turn signal, also with an LED daytime running light. And I'm surprised to see that Toyota didn't go with the full LED design. These are going to be a halogen projector bulb here. Look, I do like this grille here. It does remind me of the Tacoma. Looking at the emblem here in the front, it does house the Toyota Safety Sense 2.0. So it does have stuff like pre-collision warning with cyclist detection. But like I mentioned, this gray exterior color looks really good with the black accents. I want you guys to comment down below in the comment section and let me know what you guys think about the RAV4. I think the RAV4 looks really good here in this gray exterior color. Looking at the side profile, let's start out with these tires and wheels here. These are a 225/60 Michelin tire. They're wrapped in this 18-inch rim design. I do like the 5-spoke finish here with the gloss black trim. It looks really good with the gray exterior paint here on the RAV4. As you guys can see, this does have a sport tuned suspension because this blue shock tower brace here. This is subtle hybrid badge here on the side fender. There's this LED side marker here. Toyota also throws in these roof rails here. This does not come equipped with the panoramic sunroof here. You can only get this moon roof here. And all RAV4 hybrids do come with the all-wheel drive system because it's all-wheel drive badge here. The wheelbase for the RAV4 XSE is at 105.9 inches with an overall length of 180.9. There's also this floating roof design here, which looks really good. The RAV4 does have a nice side profile. Looking at the rear, let's start with these taillights here. They're going to be an LED combination with an LED brake light with an incandescent turn signal and reverse light. There's this bar here that cuts between the taillight modules. There's this rear wiper here to keep the rear glass clean. The third brake light lives up top. There's this blue Toyota emblem here to signify that you have the hybrid model of the RAV4. That's the RAV4 badge here. On this side here, that's the XSE hybrid badge. Looking down here at the lower part of the bumper, there's these reflectors integrated into the bumper. And underneath here, Toyota does throw in a dual tip exhaust. I'm really surprised to see that here on the hybrid model here of the RAV4. That's the stand-up backup camera, of course. Open up the cargo back here. This does have a power opening tailgate. Once it opens up, it reveals 37.6 cubic feet of space. And to fold down the rear seats, you have to go through the back door and pull the handles. Once you do that, it expands the cargo to 69.8 cubic feet of space. And there's also this spotlight back here. So just in case you're in a dark area, you can turn the light on and off. And there's also this compartment here with a 12-volt back here. And underneath here, Toyota does give you a spare tire instead of a fix-a-flat kit. Sitting inside the interior of the RAV4 XSE, I'm really surprised to see that Toyota didn't throw any red stitching or red leather here in the RAV4 XSE model, but this interior does have a nice layout. There is some blue stitching here on the seats. There's also a splash on the door panels here and also on the dashboard here as well. But shutting the door here of the RAV4, as you guys know, with hybrids, it uses the electric batteries to start up the car, so there's no combustion engine to start up the car. Sometimes the combustion engine will turn on the car sometimes, but as of right now, the electric motor is doing its thing. But looking at the door panel materials, there's gonna be a soft tex leather here with some blue stitching. Like I mentioned, you get that splash throughout the interior here. There's this aluminum door handle here. Your lock controls and mirror controls are down here. It is automatic up, automatic down for all four windows. Over here, there's some controls here for the automatic high beam switch, the wind wiper. There's also a heated steering wheel function, the trunk release, the fuel cap opener and hood latch is down here. There's a small storage area here. Probably put your wallet or something there, maybe some change and whatnot. But looking here, there's the headlight stock and turn signal stock. The wheel bar stock is here. Looking at the steering wheel, this does have a 3-spoke wheel design, which looks really good. This is for the driver's assistance here, which is the adaptive cruise control with forward collision warning, lane keep assist. Over here, you can customize this LCD display, which is front and center to your liking here. There's the volume and voice command controls there. Looking at the upper part of the dashboard, it's gonna be a soft touch ejection molded plastic here. There's an 8-inch display. This does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Clicking this here, it does show you where the energy is going and also your trip information as well. But going back here to the Toyota interface, clicking here, this does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And very responsive to touch. Going to the Google Maps here, it does check out the complete screen. There's some hard buttons on the side. There's a volume and tune knob here. The air vents is here. There's the hazard switch front and center. Down here is going to be for the dual climate control. I do like these big knobs here, like with this rubberized material here. This is how you adjust the temperature here to your liking. There's some actual hard buttons here for the fan speed and whatnot. Looking here, this is for the stability control. There's a heated seat function there. There's a USB port, 12 volt. My iPhone 12 Pro Max does fit down here in this area. Putting the RAV4 into reverse here, it does reveal the backup camera. Of course, there's going to be trajectory with distance markers. You can also have it at a wide angle, and this does have rear cross traffic alert. I'm sorry if the camera's not picking up the screen here. And above me, as you guys can see, this does have the rear view camera mirror, so you can flip that down if you don't like that. Me personally, I will leave it like this. I think that's nice tech in this vehicle here. But kicking it down here and to drive over to the left, there's a sport mode in the transmission. This does house the eCVT transmission. Putting it back into park, there's electronic parking brake, auto hold. There's a trail mode here. Switch it over to the left, there's an eco mode. It does change the LCD display color. As you guys can see, it's green. Switch it over to the right, it's going to turn red, of course, for sport, and you just press this for normal. This also has an EV mode here. As you guys can hear, the little beep sound is letting me know that the battery is not fully charged, so I can't use the EV mode. But as you drive along, once you put your foot on the brake and whatnot, it will charge the battery as you go. There's 2 cup holders here. There's some black stitching here. This area is going to be nice and padded here. Open up this, it does reveal a decent amount of storage in there. There's 2 USB ports in there. The seats in here, they're supportive, they're comfortable. I like the blue stitching here. They're not aggressively bolstered. I did find myself trying to get in a good seating position. So if you guys are looking to buy a RAV4 XSE hybrid, I would advise you to basically check out the seating position here. Just like in the Toyota Highlander that I reviewed, this does have a shelf here so you can put more items. The dashboard does have the soft text leather as well with some stitching here. There's some aluminum trim on the dashboard. Open up the glove compartment here. Very decent sized glove box. Up top here is going to be LED lights throughout the cabin here, which is a nice touch. There's a sunglass holder here. Flip this down here. Just in case you're in an emergency, you can press the SOS button there. You can also open up this moonroof here. You can also close it just in case there's too much sunlight for you. You cannot get a panoramic sunroof here on the XSE hybrid model, if I'm not mistaken, but this does come equipped with the moonroof here. But overall, the interior of the RAV4 is very simple, and I also like the technology in this car. But let's hop into the back seat of the RAV4. Get into the back seat here of the RAV4 XSE hybrid here. The seats feel just like the front seats, very comfortable. Shutting the door. The materials are carried over from the front to the rear. There's some aluminum trim with the blue stitching. There's one pocket back here for storage. Unfortunately, you cannot get the panel sunroof here on the XSE hybrid, if I'm not mistaken, but it does come equipped with this moonroof here, like I showed you guys from the front seats. There's going to be LED lights throughout the whole entire cabin here. Down here, Toyota does give you your own set of rear air vents back here. There's going to be 2 USB ports down here. The floor back here is not flat, but you can fit 3 people across. And Toyota says you get 37.8 inches of legroom. Pulling this armrest down here does reveal 2 cup holders, and you can adjust the seat here to have an upright position just in case you had a bad back, or you can recline it so you can, you know, stretch out on a long road trip. But overall, the back seat of the RAV4 does feel very spacious. So starting off in the 2021 Toyota XSE RAV4 here. This has Toyota's 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. It makes 219 horsepower, and it's paired with an eCVT transmission. Fuel economy here for the RAV4 hybrid is rated at 41 in the city, 38 on the highway, and 40 combined. Great fuel efficiency. I've been averaging 37.4 miles to the gallon, and that's with me not even trying. Right now I have the car in its sport mode here. Like I mentioned from the outside, seeing this does come equipped with all-wheel drive. So there's 2 electric motors. There's one powering the engine, and there's one powering the rear axle to give it all-wheel drive. Okay. Yeah, it's giving it all-wheel drive. So if you guys stay in a cold weather state and whatnot, the all-wheel drive system will be really good instead of it being front-wheel drive. But we're gonna try out the launch control here in this car. We're gonna launch the RAV4 here. Let's see what happens when we launch it. I'm gonna turn off the traction control here. Once I come to a stop, like I mentioned, it's already in sport mode here. I'm gonna turn everything off. I'm gonna brake boost it. Oh God. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. It kind of chirped the front tires. I wasn't expecting it to do that. The ride quality here in the RAV4 is really good, very quiet. I don't hear any road noise or wind noise intrude into the cabin here. And above me, there's this moonroof here. I'm not sure if the hybrid model gets a panoramic sunroof, but I know if you guys go for the gas model, it will offer a panoramic sunroof, which is really nice compared to the standard moonroof here. But visibility out of the RAV4 here is really good. You have these big side mirrors here. This doesn't come with Toyota Safety Sense 2.5 Plus. It only comes with Toyota Safety Sense 2.0, so it includes cyclist detection, also with forward collision warning, blind spot monitoring, road cross traffic alert. So Toyota does keep you and your family safe on short or long commutes. You know, in your town or out of state, this car will do its job. Also with lane keep assist and also active stir assist as well. So if you guys are drifting off, the car will legit push you back into the lane. And it does have adaptive cruise control also. This does come equipped with this 8-inch display. It supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. If you guys are wondering if it does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is a nice touch. Most manufacturers nowadays, some of them do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and I know some of them don't have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is kind of funny because we live in 2021, and that's tech that a lot of people need on an everyday commute, just in case you don't want to use the actual GPS, the embedded GPS here. As you guys can see here, I do have this digital rearview camera mirror, so as you guys can see, you can see the cars behind me, which is more tech in this vehicle, which is really nice. If you guys want to see that, you can just have it the traditional way. Me personally, like I mentioned, I do like it to show what's behind me, just in case I did have some stuff in the cargo area and it's blinding my view. This rearview camera mirror does come in handy. The seats in here, I did find it a little hard to get in a good, comfortable seating position. So if you guys are looking to buy the XSE hybrid RAV4, you need to check out the seats just in case you don't like this seating position. But me, I'm comfortable now. The seats, they're not aggressively bolstered. That's maybe why I can't get a good seating position. The steering feel in here is very playful, loosey goosey here, as you guys can see. But the RAV4 just drives extremely well. Like I mentioned, I've been averaging 37.6 miles to the gallon, or 37.4. I forgot just that quick. Yeah, but the fuel economy from this vehicle is just spot on what the EPA suggests. But just driving here, as you guys can hear, this cabin is just extremely quiet. I don't hear no outside noise. I don't hear any traffic, no birds, no nothing. It's just really quiet. This RAV4 here is equipped with 18-inch rims, and the ride quality is just fine, even with these 18-inch rims here. The layout in here is really good. I like the way that it looks. It looks very simple and modern in a sense. The materials are very nice to touch as well. If you're looking for a daily driver that gets over 40 miles to the gallon, the XSE hybrid is the best choice. So after spending time with the 2021 RAV4 XSE hybrid, starting price here is at $36,300. With the options and accessories, including destination, the RAV4 hybrid here takes for $42,237. Hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Drive1Reviews and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next video.